Imagine this. You've just landed your dream role abroad. It's your first day. The office is buzzing with different accents. The coffee tastes unfamiliar. The pace, the expectations, the way people give feedback. Everything feels slightly off. You're smart, experienced, and eager to make a difference. But something's not clicking. Or imagine stepping into a high-stakes meeting where you are leading a team with colleagues spread across 5 countries or from 5 different national backgrounds. The conversation begins. Can you see yourself navigating it smoothly, achieving clear outcomes and fostering mutual understanding? Or does something feel off? Perhaps one of your remarks lands awkwardly. Someone's silence speaks volumes. You walk away wondering, did I say something wrong? Did they even understand what we agreed on? In today's globalized world, working across cultures isn't a niche skill. It's a daily reality for international professionals, expatriates, and modern leaders alike. And yet, many still feel misunderstood, disconnected, or ineffective in multicultural environments. Why is that? The truth is, technical skills and strategic expertise are no longer enough. To truly thrive across cultures, we need 2 forms of intelligence that are often overlooked but deeply impactful. Emotional intelligence, also known as EQ or EI, and cultural intelligence, often also abbreviated as CQ. These aren't just buzzwords. They're measurable skills that can transform how you connect, influence, and thrive in diverse environments. They have become the secret weapons of effective leadership. And what is emotional intelligence and why does it matter? Well, at its core, emotional intelligence is about understanding and managing emotions, both yours and those of others. Think of it as having 4 key components. 1, self-awareness, meaning recognizing your emotions and their impact on your behavior. Then, self-regulation, staying in control of your responses, especially under stress. Then, empathy, understanding the emotions of others and responding thoughtfully to that. And finally, social skills or building strong relationships through effective communication and collaboration. So for international professionals and leaders, EQ isn't just a nice to have thing, it's foundational. Research shows that leaders with high EQ foster more engaged, productive teams. A study by TalentSmart found that EQ accounts for 58% of performance in all types of jobs, and individuals with high EQ earn on average about $30,000 more annually than those with lower EQ. Now, imagine you're presenting an idea to your multicultural team. You sense hesitation in a few colleagues, but instead of pushing forward, you pause. You ask an open question. You notice a flicker of relief in one team member's expression. That moment of emotional attunement could be the difference between resistance and alignment. Now, adding cultural intelligence to the mix. While EQ helps you connect on an emotional level, CQ, cultural intelligence, takes it to a further step. Cultural intelligence is the ability to relate and work effectively across cultures. And so it involves cultural awareness, understanding that cultural differences shape behaviors, values, and expectations, but also adaptability, being able to adjust your approach to fit the cultural context around you, and curiosity, being open to learning from and about other cultures. Now consider a scenario often explored in cross-cultural leadership training. For example, an American manager working with a team in India felt increasingly frustrated by what she perceived as a lack of directness. And believe me, I may not be American, but I've certainly been in a situation very similar to this one before. Feedback loops felt vague, and decisions were rarely clearly stated. There's a sense of frustration. But as Erin Meyer explains in the Culture Map, book I recommend to everyone, in many Indian workplaces, indirect communication, including avoiding the direct no, is a way to preserve harmony and show respect. Now, with this in insight, the manager can shift her perspectives and her expectation as well as her feedback style. Instead of pushing for immediate answers, she created more space for nuance and indirect input. The result? A stronger sense of trust and a more collaborative working relationship. So why does emotional intelligence and cultural intelligence matter? And more than ever. Indeed, trust is a currency of leadership. And trust is built on understanding. Leaders today work in hybrid teams, influence across time zones, and motivate colleagues from diverse backgrounds. So in these environments, the ability to notice nuance, to remain flexible, and to foster inclusive relationships, it's no longer optional. It's essential. Leaders with high EQ and CQ create environments where people feel seen, respected, and valued, regardless of their background. EQ and CQ also protect your well-being. They help you deal with ambiguity, reduce the emotional toll of misunderstandings, and help you stay resilient when things don't go according to plan. So there are many benefits to consider, including stronger collaboration, meaning diverse teams bring innovation, but they also require leaders who can bridge cultural divides. There is better decision making. High EQ and CQ leaders consider multiple perspectives, leading to more informed choices. And increased resilience. Understanding others' experiences fosters empathy, which can be a powerful tool during times of uncertainty. For example, we know that during the COVID-19 pandemic, leaders with high EQ and CQ excelled in maintaining team cohesion. A Harvard Business Review article also highlighted that empathetic leaders who recognize the diverse challenges faced by their global teams were more successful in sustaining morale and productivity. So, what could be some practical tips to develop EQ and CQ? Improving these skills is a journey, one that you can choose to invest on starting today, if you haven't started already earlier. And here are a few strategies to get you started and strengthening your emotional and cultural intelligence. Cultivate self-awareness. This means reflect on your emotional triggers and assumptions. Journaling, for example, or feedback from peers can help a lot in this area. Expand your cultural knowledge. Read about different cultures, attend cultural events, or have conversations with people from diverse backgrounds. Ask your colleagues about their traditions and values. Practice active listening. Pay full attention to what others are saying and go beyond words. Notice tone, body language, and emotional subtext. Learn to pause. Avoid taking comments personally too quickly. And when something feels off, just ask yourself, what else could be going on here? Maybe culturally, emotionally. Seek feedback. Ask colleagues how your communication and leadership style is perceived in a multicultural context, and be open to learning and adapting it. And finally, embrace curiosity. Approach difference with genuine interest rather than judgment, trying to see which one is better or worse. No, ask questions, share experiences. What's the bottom line of all this? The fact is that the future of work isn't just international. It's deeply human, richly diverse, and is going to continue to be constantly evolving. For global leaders and international professionals, success depends less on having all the answers and more on how well you relate, adapt, and connect across difference. So no, thriving across cultures isn't about being perfect. It's about being human, curious, self-aware, open to growth, especially when you're out of your comfort zone. Emotional intelligence helps you stay grounded and responsive in the face of emotional complexity. And cultural intelligence gives you the lens to engage across cultures with empathy and insight. Together, they're your compass and toolkit for navigating a global world, not just to survive, but to truly thrive in it. So what about you? How are you currently developing your emotional and cultural intelligence? Where do you feel confident and where do you still feel stuck? If you're a global leader or international professional who's ready to lead with more clarity, ease, and impact across cultures, let's talk. I offered tailored consultancy and coaching programs that help you deepen these skills and thrive in the complexity of global work. Just book a free discovery call with me today, and let's explore how you can lead with clarity, connection, and cultural confidence. Have a great day.